I am here with Anousheh Ansari now that she is back on planet Earth. I noticed a couple of days ago in the panel that Nicole Jordan was on that all of the younger members of this panel were talking about how the expectation of many young people is that everyone wants to go to space, but sometimes they don't recognize that it takes an entire infrastructure of people who may not necessarily be in space to make a space program really work. Do you tell people that as you go around talking to younger people, making sure they know that not everybody's going to be an astronaut?
I do actually. What I found talking to students is that not everyone wants to go to space, so I encourage them. I said, no matter what field you're interested in, I think there is an application for your talent related to the space industry. So any field of science and technology, even if it's not related to science and technology, even if you are you're going to be a hairdresser at some point in time. As we build colonies in space, we need to figure out how to cut people's hair in space. Or if you're a designer for clothing, your design talent may be used to design a spacesuit. So I think I try to talk about that to students.
Because you've had so many years of experience as an entrepreneur, you seem to have more of an empathy and understanding of those in the entrepreneurial side of the space industry, particularly in launch. And it seems as though many traditional astronauts grow up in a government-sponsored organization. Do you think that has made you more attuned to the budgetary type of restrictions that an entrepreneur has to work with?
Absolutely. I mean, I have built several companies, successful companies, and I've learned that if you don't manage and control your budget and you don't keep a tight lid on everything, that your chances of success would diminish. And one thing that entrepreneurs know about is competition, and because you always have competition out there, you need to make sure you're faster, better, and more efficient than the guy next door, and that's something that's missing in the case of the government agency doing a program, because they're not competing with anyone. They're the monopoly. They don't have to worry about that. So we've seen that in telecommunication, for example, when there were monopolies, not much advancement were made. Everything was very expensive, and as soon as the competition doors were open, prices started dropping, and the new and enhanced services became available because of competition.
Now, you are one right now of a very small elite few who have actually been to space as a trained through a government program astronaut. Do you feel confident that organizations like Virgin Galaxy will expand to the point where dozens, if not hundreds of people will get a chance to go to space within your lifetime? Yeah.
Absolutely. I think not only Virgin Galactic, but I know that there are many other companies working toward building capabilities for suborbital flights and even orbital flights. And I can see, because of the competition, if it was just Virgin Galactic, no, we wouldn't be able to fly as many people with a better cost point. But because there will be competition, I believe that there will be a reduction in cost and enhanced capabilities.
Now, as you go around talking to more and more young people, do you think that there are more young people that are now taking an attitude of wanting to go to space to solve, say, environmental problems, looking for world peace, those kind of things, versus the original mission of just finding a national program, being able to go to the moon, that kind of thing?
First of all, I don't see many people wanting to, not many young people who are necessarily thinking as space as a career.
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of them are curious about space. So if you ask them, do you want to go to space, especially if after I show them my video, they say, oh, it's cool, it's fun, I want to do it. But they haven't thought it through. So the people who look at space as a means of solving problems here on Earth is a very small percentage, not because they don't want to, because I don't think they know and understand its applicability. And that's the role that we have to play in educating them and giving them these ideas. I run a competition called the What If competition, and through these competitions I pose questions to middle school kids about something related to a challenge here on Earth, and using space and space technology, and let them be very imaginative with their responses. And I think programs like this, or talks, and getting them involved in research that's being done on the space station and helping them learn about it will give them that vision that we want them to have.
And finally, was your own trip to International Space Station as much of a life-changing opportunity as you expected it to be?
Absolutely. I think I don't know of any single person that has had this experience and can tell you differently. It's definitely something that will definitely change your perspective on your life, on the whole concept of creation and being, and the way you look at problems, the way you look at life completely changes.
Fantastic. Well, thank you.